So last night, I went to the most exciting game that I've ever seen in my entire life. I went to the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Shout out to the Knicks. So I should preface this by the last time I was at a game, I got to sit courtside, and I never want to make eye contact with the players. I don't want to bother anybody. I just want to watch the game and enjoy them. So it kind of, I guess I watched them from the, I just watched their backs.
No.
I don't look at their, I don't want to distract from anything. I don't want to get like, hey, Jimmy, or whatever, because, yeah. So I just do it. Last time they had a blowout, they were up, they won by like 30 or 40 points. And towards the end of the game, Josh Hart walks by me. Of course, he runs to the bench, and he bends down, and he unties one of my shoes. And I go, but just being a wise guy, he's been on the show. He's really cool. I love Josh Hart. So I go, that's hilarious. That was fun. So anyway, so last night I go to the game. My daughter, Franny, wants to go to her first game. Never been to a sports game in her life. So I go, all right, well, you know, there's no guarantee where we're sitting or anything like that. She goes like, I don't care, Dad. I just want to go. I go, great. We go. They sit us courtside. Oh. It is unbelievable. Look at this. This is us. That's me. That's Dad talking to her, saying, hey, that's how, yeah. And that's, so it's the greatest thing ever. I'm just loving life. It's just so fun. And she's going, let's go Knicks, and she's yelling, and she's 11. She's like, I hear her little voice yelling, you know, Jalen, whatever she's yelling, stuff is great. Throwing towels around. So they're winning, and it's all fun. And then, and everyone's going nuts, like, defense, you know, she loves all that stuff. And so then they start kind of losing. And I go, ooh, you know, now it's not fun.
Right.
So now, yeah, but not by that much. It's still kind of fun. So people are going, yeah, defense, but not as loud. And it's fun. And so they're down by 2, and they go, all right, now we're in halftime. They bring you to a special suite that I guess if you're sit courtside. And so my daughter's like, what? We went to a special like restaurant or something. They have an ice cream bar and all this stuff. And I'm like, none of this is normal. This is not what a basketball game is. We don't sit on the court, none of this stuff. And she's saying, you know, so she's up there, and she's, there's an ice cream bar. She's like, can I have an ice cream sundae? I go, yeah. So she's making an ice cream sundae. And some older gentleman goes over and talks to her. He has white hair, and he's like, first game, huh? He's like, when my son came, all he wanted to eat was a hot dog. And that's all. Once he had a hot dog, he wanted to go home. Didn't even want to watch the game. And he's talking to her and making her. He goes, but the ice cream sundae convinced him that, blah, blah. I go up. She's talking to Dustin Hoffman. He's like the nut. Dustin. I go, oh my God, do you know that guy? Like, he's just being like a grandpa and being so nice. And I loved him. And so she's happy. And so we go back down. We're watching the game, and they start completely losing. I mean, swamped by the Cavaliers. James Harden is amazing. I mean, the Cavs are a great team. He's backwards passing, all this stuff, crazy, it's nuts. They're losing really bad. So Franny gets text messages from her friends like, hey, the game's over. The Knicks are toast. And I was like, I don't want to have the, bad game. It's her first ever. So I'm like, hey, tell your friends, they have a shot, there's more games. They'll play it Thursday night, whatever. So she's like, yeah. So either way, we're still having fun. And then fourth quarter, they're down 22 points with 8 minutes or 7 minutes left. And I go, and my daughter's like, hey, Dad. She goes, is it weird to think that they still have a chance? And I go, no, they still have a chance. Sure, they just have to score like 10 baskets. In 10 minutes or 8 minutes, and the other team has to score nothing. It's very possible, yeah, it could happen. I go, you know what you do? I go, untie my shoe, like Josh Hart did. And she goes, okay. I go, maybe that'll give good luck. So she unties my shoe. The Knicks have the greatest comeback in the history of the world, ever. And I'm like, oh my God, this actually happened. Our friends are like, are you at this game? I mean, it was electric. People are going, defense! Then people are going, God. It was like, the place was shaking. It was so fun. And then they like, we're down to 4 points. Then they tied the game at 101 to 101. We go into overtime. I'm like, Franny, this is not normal. No one does this. This is not a game. They end up winning. They played that overtime. They end up winning by like 10 points. They're up. Everyone's crying, jumping up and down. It's the most exciting game she's ever been to in her life. We're hugging, and we sit back down. Josh Hart runs by me, and he unties my other shoe. It was the best game ever. I loved it. I am spoiled. Thanks to everyone at Madison Square Garden. Thank you to the Knicks. Of course, shout out to my man Josh Hart. Game 2 is Thursday night. ESPN, I will be watching. Go Knicks.